Greetings fellow gamers and survivors, Small Archangel here on the dawn of day 29, and I have had no feral horde, which is quite odd. So I spent the night sort of preparing in here and making concrete, but just as dawn broke I heard what sounds horribly like a feral horde. So seems like we might possibly be back to slightly confused hordes. It's a shame because I was really looking forward to the opportunity to no, just a few passing Zeds, that's all it is. I was really looking forward to the opportunity to be able to test out my new defences. Now, can I shoot through that? That would be a no then. Hey ho. Bars I can. And this ain't finished yet. Yeah, that was just a few zombies randomly passing through. I was actually sort of expecting my horde to turn up yesterday, but they didn't. So I wondered if there'd been an update which had, you know, somehow made them less confused. Ew, don't do that, man. It's disturbing me. But then, yeah, they didn't show up last night either, so that was one less video. Unfortunately, as I say, really wanted to test out my new base defences there, but thwarted. I did see a feral horde yesterday, or what looked like they might have been a feral horde because there was cops and dogs in there and I could hear wasps too, but it was smack bang in the middle of the day and they passed overhead while I was down a cave doing some mining. By the time I came out the cave they were miles away, so I could just kind of see them in the distance, so that's a bit weird really. As far as I was aware, they were supposed to turn up at night, and so far for me, they all have turned up at night, but there you go. So in the interim, what I have done, I have completed my perimeter here. So, well, I have completed the foundation of my perimeter here, and there it is. So this is hopefully going to render it unnecessary to have anything but a doorway here when I've placed all this here, and then I can plant out my garden as well. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that's what we're going to be doing today. I've got my forge running still, as you can probably hear, and I have hopefully got what it takes, including some iron bars here, with which to sort of finish making this now. So basically going to just go all the way around the outside like this. So there's going to be no kind of entrance in this part here, at least at this point. I might change my mind in the future and put one in, but I don't really want to be messing with doors because we've all seen what zombies do with doors. They beat them down, and even sometimes they don't even have to beat them down. They just simply glitch through them, which is no fun at all. Well, it kind of is, but, you know, it's not really the way we intend it to be. Right, I've got another stack of these down in my bunker, so if need be, I can get some more. This is obviously a large area. It's going to take quite a lot of these, and this is just the first layer. Chances are I'll make the walls about 3 blocks high, because that's kind of safe to do that. So this is going to take a lot of wood and a lot of concrete mix. And a lot of right-click action. That coming down. Quite like it. I quite like having a functioning electric light in my game. And that's me out of wood. Unusually. Normally I've got absolute stacks of stuff, but in any case, I'll go down and see what my forge has for me. I should hopefully have some more cement in here now. Yeah, 24 more. I did mine a lot of... let's see, I might just take these while I'm at, because I've only got 40 left there. Did get a lot of stone yesterday, but it's all in here still. I'm going to need some more gravel, so I'll get these out as well. And I need some more wood, yeah. No shortage of that around here. Okay, so gravel. Can't half get through the small stones like this. Of course, there's not that much in the way of stones in the desert, but so I might just... That's not the cupboard I meant. This is the cupboard I meant. Might just put my forge on a little bit more. So we're asking for it here. We're asking for trouble. We're going to get spider zombies calling in the hordes now. So keeping an ear out for those noisy suckers as well. Shut that. Okay. Where were we? About here. So, that was the wrong button then. Damn, I forgot these things fire nails too. They don't make a very effective weapon, it has to be said. There we go. So, I've got 128 concrete here. Do have some more here. There we go. Hoping this will kind of protect the entirety of my bunker as well. To feel a little bit more secure down in the bunker when they all gather above my head, which they do. I mean, bearing in mind that my kitchen table's pretty much down there. In which case, maybe I should have extended this out, but by another block. I'm not sure. Can't be bothered now. It'll be fine. They don't tend to dig. Of course. It's only a matter of time, but we'll bring out the special digger zombie. I don't know. They do everything else. There we are, and that's that. Now, this perimeter is going to be pretty much like that height, and it's going to be pretty much like no. Be careful when you're building with the wet stuff, of course, but it's going to be that kind of height, and it's going to be set up pretty much like my actual bunker tower there, insofar as it's going to have metal bars, large amounts of metal bars, so that I can, probably between there, I don't want to make the windows too big, so that I can shoot stuff, so that I can see through, and I can use my trusty bow and arrow through there. Now obviously this is a very, very long stretch here, so I'm probably not going to do that as is. Let's see, can I do that okay? So I'll have to divide it up into sections. Oops. Always do the corners first. There we go. Okay. Okay, so we've got a nice murder hole here, and let's see, I'll probably make them, I think we should be perfectly safe with four long. But then I will make the pillars double width, because I don't want to be risking any collapses. 2, 3, 4, like so. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's kind of perfect. There we go. Okay. And I knew I was going to need these. Wow, it's a good thing I've got 2 working stiff tools in my locality. Because once you start building in concrete, it really eats up the resources. There we go. Now, I'm probably going to really get through the wood doing this too. And not forget recorder. Okay, and this is not going to finish off this. And I need yet more concrete. Actually, yes it does. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of continue really until I run out of materials, at which point I hope it'll be more or less done, because once I've built this I don't really want the zombies getting in, you know, skipping over here and beating things up, because they do like to smack at walls, and I'd rather they were hitting the outside than the inside. So I'm going to do a bit more work on this off camera, and I'll see you guys when I've finished as much as I can do. Okay, so I haven't quite run out of materials, and in fact I do have the materials to finish the job here. However, because this has still got the form around it, these will just fall down and break if I try and place them now, so I'm not going to do that. You can see this end is already dry. So what I'm going to do now is place some bars. Now I'm not absolutely sure that I've got enough bars. I haven't counted up. This is just what I had left from doing the main body of the base there, or rather the tower element. So I'm kind of hoping I've got enough here. This is going to obviously help improve the structural integrity as well as provide me with some murder holes. Up. I think I'm probably going to need to make some more. Yup, certainly am. There we go. So we've got 4, 8, 11. 11 more to do. So I'm just going to dive down and do that now, or rather get the materials with which to do that now. Pretty sure I've got shed loads of pipes in here. I've made a load of iron and then made pipes. There, we've got some left there. Not loads. I had almost a stack of them at one point. Okay, bars. Right, so that's 4, 8. There we go. That's how many we need. That's cool, and hardly any pipes left, so I'm going to have to get some more of those, make myself some more of those. One of the most useful items in the entire game, those bars. We'll get a torch down there, I think. Also want to make some candles, because they are, I don't know, I just prefer them. Okay, we're on this side, yeah. So, hopefully this should just finish the job off. And there is one spare. There we go. And that spare I'm going to put in my chest here, which is kind of my gardening and emergency repairs chest, really. It's where I put my stuff for doing my garden out here. But also where I, stow my stuff for repairing. Now, this looks like a prison yard now. I haven't done anything to make it look particularly attractive, however, it should do the job quite nicely, thank you very much. Now, hopefully, we'll be able to place these now because they're on top of another block. So, I'm going to finish this off. And not a moment too soon, because it's looking distinctly dusky. There we go. And step back to admire the handiwork. As I say, not particularly pretty. I obviously don't have any defense here against spider zombies. They can just shimmy on over the walls, no problem whatsoever. But at least, even if the bug still is in evidence where spider zombies can just pass straight through iron bars. I mean, I know those guys are skinny, but come on. They can't. They can only pass through if you've got iron bars on top of iron bars. So we should be perfectly safe from that here. So only really spiders are going to come in here, unless we have any zombies spawning inside my base. To that end, I'm not sure if it makes any difference, to be honest, but I think I could do with some torches around the inside of my enclosure here too. But before we do anything else, what I really would like to get along with, and I haven't got on and done this very much till now, is, well, I need one of those, but I don't have all my gardening supplies. I think when the first horde struck, I very sensibly moved a lot of my gear down here. Which, yeah, did turn out to be a good plan in the end, as you can see. But I've been saving up my seeds for a while here, so I don't really want cotton seeds as well. I've got some tree seeds too, but I'll leave those for the time being. Up, come on. Okay. So, I've got lots of lovely seeds to plant. No, I didn't need to drop that on the floor. Okay, obviously this is going to protect my crops a bit. The only thing that really tends to wreck crops tends to be spitters. Obviously those cops will just destroy absolutely anything. So that's going to be a full row of corn. Basically I'm going to have a full row of everything alternately. But for the time being, these are the only seeds I've got. Random sizing of the potato seedlings there. Okay. And blueberries. And this eventually is going to mean I don't necessarily have to live on birds' eggs, which don't keep you satisfied for long. And coffee. Let's do something sensible here, shall we, and do that. Coffee, oh lovely coffee. I'm missing having coffee. Beer, I think works in pretty much the same way, but I'm not convinced the stats you get from it are absolutely the same. And of course we're going to need to dig another row. I'm going to need to hoe another row, but that's okay because I can do. Oh come on. Come on. Why would it go there? Always hearing the zombies beating themselves up on cacti. Sometimes they even die to the cacti, which is hilarious. Okay, and before we can place those, we're going to need a hoe, but we're also going to need a shovel, and we're also going to need some soil. Because, yeah, this is sand. And there's no carrots in the game. If there was carrots in the game, I think, oops, they'd be well happy in a nice sandy soil. Oh, look, we've got a visitor there. Two, actually. They don't know I'm here, so they're just walking on round, casual-like, through my water, and onto the nearest cactus to spike themselves on. I can't resist it, really. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I love it. Bye-zy bye. See, that's going to be so fun when we get a horde. But it might take a while. We'll have to see. I do very much hope that the horde spawning isn't broken. I've had enough of that. What are many things that can go wrong? Up, there we go. It's that time of night. But I should be able to do my gardening in relative safety. Now, I'm just hoping I'm not being complacent about this. Still slightly, oh, stuck in holding ground. Oops. Still slightly unsure, really, about whether I should plant my trees in here or no. Let's have a light on the subject. Because the trees are obviously going to... Come on, hoe it. It's a slow process, is hoeing. The trees are obviously going to exceed the height of the barriers, and therefore any excited spitting cops are going to take them out. They love to trash trees, I have noticed this. And so, from a point of view of a tree farm, it's probably going to be more sensible. At the end of my soil yet? No, not yet. It's probably going to be more sensible. That would be sand then. It's probably going to be more sensible there to plant my trees somewhere else. Now, why are they damaged before I've even well, I've only just placed them? That's got to be a bug. It's not like I could repair seedlings, is it? Or are they supposed to look like that? They look quite weird. Some weird specularity going on them or something. Yeah, look, that's really strange. Okay, I don't think they're damaged, that's fine. Okay, so there's my prison garden, which is kind of what it looks like. Like, this is the exercise yard where you do your laps and break rocks. And pretty much all my concrete is dry now, and I've kept my funky lamppost because, yeah, you cannot place electric lights in the game. Roll on a day when we can. That will be absolutely fabulous. Have a little generator going on, but so far, you know, I'll be satisfied when I can build myself a mini bike and hopefully not have it drop through the hole in the world and away from me. So here we go. So my fortification is not absolutely complete here. There's room for me to plant some trees here, and I might do that. I'll have to put some soil in here first. Let's see, how many tree seeds have I got actually? I've got none up here anyway, but I could make myself a little tree farm here. Okay. We don't know until we try. You don't worry me, Bow Wows. You're not going to get here, are you? Actually, I shouldn't say that. I wouldn't put it past those mutts to get anywhere at all. Okay. There we go. Okay. And I might try planting a few trees there. I've got lots of wood, as I say, although I've used a lot up in building this unattractive edifice. But it does occur to me that I could build, make some wood spikes and things, because while you can get wood very easily from trashing wooden structures, only logs will give you the log tip spikes. I'm not quite convinced yet. No, I've gone past it. I'm not quite convinced as yet whether I want to make trunk tip spikes. They have been changed a little. I'm not sure exactly how they've been changed even, but I know they're not quite the same as they were, so I'll have a couple of maple here. Okay, and then we'll have a couple of pines here. Maybe 3, and we'll see how we go. I put my remaining seeds, and there's only 2 of them, in here. And if I get around to harvesting those trees without them getting trashed, they should give me plenty of other seeds as well. And the same for my plants, so I can fill up my garden plot properly, but I am deliberately leaving a bit around the edge that I can just kind of run around on to snipe at zombies, obviously. Yeah, and I might get around to doing some more sort of fortifications around here as well. I might have to dig up this sand and make it something that's kind of easier to run on, and will also give more protection to my base that's under there also. So a couple of, yeah, because if any cops explode outside the walls, I don't really want the acid coming through and trashing things, so that might be the next thing. But yeah, plenty other things to do in the game in the meantime. And I don't know how long that lampost's going to stay there. First cop spits at it, the whole thing's coming down. Just as long as it doesn't land on my head, I'll be perfectly happy. Okay, so for now, oh gosh, I've got another one of these in here, I'm sure. Yes, I do. There we are. We have 2 of those for here. And actually, I mustn't forget, we have one for upstairs also. I will put my soil in here. Oh, and my sand. And my hoe. See there. There we go. And then we just have to, what a lovely starry sky. We just have to put in my anti-spider measure here. And we're good to go. So, whatever hordes may or may not approach in the night, and it's fairly quiet out here in the desert most of the time, we're fairly well equipped to deal with them now. So I do hope that hordes will spawn and come to pay visit, because now we're all ready for them. And bring it on, boys, bring it on. Okay guys, so I'm glad you joined me for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Do hit the like button if you did. Let me know how it's going, and check out what else I've got. Think about subscribing if you haven't already. I've got a cool 100 subscribers now, which is absolutely fabulous. I'll be doing something to celebrate that in a day or two. And yeah, until I see you for the next episode, keep gaming, keep surviving, and bye bye for now.